Step one, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step two, get some good, some food in you. Step three, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step four, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Good morning, good morning. Welcome to Good Morning Crypto, where we turn your early hours in the morning into your edge and financial freedom. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about some more Chinese liquidity that could be hitting the markets. And I've got a secondary headline that I found early this morning when I woke up about Tesla. It looks like they've got a little investigation going on into their self-driving. So definitely could be pushing that price to the downside. But let's dive in and get you prepped for success today. Let me get that switched over to my screen. Oh, wrong screen. I don't know why it's sharing that screen. It likes to swap my screens around. There we go. All right. Got the right screen pulled up now. So, from yesterday, we've got Apple up 0.16. We've got Nvidia up 0.89. We've got Berkshire Hathaway sitting up 0.03 as they've been selling off a lot of their Bank of America. We've got Amazon up 0.34. We've got P&G sitting down 0.06. We've got ExxonMobil down 0.26. We've got GE up 0.23. Tesla started its move down. We've got down 0.2. We've got United Health Services down 0.93. Visa still on its little tear. We've got Visa sitting up 0.1. We've got Eli Lilly sitting up 0.08. We've got Microsoft sitting up 0.14. Google is down 1.35. And Meta is sitting neutral, up 0.2. On the crypto side of things, we've got a sea of green. We've got Bitcoin up 0.7. We've got Ethereum up 0.85. We got BNB up 0.66. We got Solana up 2.15. We've got XRP sitting up 0.97. We've got Tron sitting down a little, down 0.25. We've got Toncoin up 0.58. Cardano sitting up 1%. We've got Avalanche up 0.92. And Shiba Inu is continuing its little trend up 3.2. So, looking like those memes are still doing their meme thing, outperforming when the rest of the market is up. For the economic calendar today, we do have building permits coming out early this morning. That's going to be 7:30 my time, so 8:30 Eastern, right at market, right before market open. So you will see a little move off of that when the market opens up an hour after that. At market open, though, we do have Fed Bostic speaking, who has said that he would like to keep the economy kind of where it's at. He would like to pause the rates and see if we can keep things kind of floating along before maybe hitting another rate cut in December. We do have another couple Fed chairs speaking at 10 o'clock, at 12:10, and 12:30. So kind of a big morning on after some data. Later in the day, we do have the monthly budget statement for the US, and that is coming out at 2 o'clock. So, another slight market mover for the afternoon. Let me hop over to the fear and greed. I've got the stock market fear and greed pulled up, and that's sitting at no change, 71, which is kind of to be expected after no real big moves either way in the stock market. For crypto, though, we are up 2 more points and at 73. This is really making me think that once we get back to the top of our wedge, or our broadening wedge that we've been in for the past 6 months or so, that we might see that leg down. And it doesn't bode well that people are being more fearful when we're getting back up to prices that everyone's been wanting. So you might see a bit of sell-off once we hit that top of the range. Let me hop over to chat real quick. I see y'all are having some fun in there. We've got username in here this morning. We got Moho as well. Moho said, "Don't hate on my Tesla. I can't help it sometimes. He makes it so easy." We do have Al Jr. in here this morning. Good morning, Al Jr. Let me hop over to the Bitcoin chart. Got that pulled up. Let me zoom in a little bit for you. As you can see, we finally pulled back above that platinum pocket on an extension from run to run, and we are now sitting here within distance of the top of the range that I was talking about. If you kind of zoom out to a higher time frame, you can kind of see here that here's this broadening wedge that we've been sitting in, and we're right within striking distance. And this, with the fear and greed ticking up as it has been on this move up, really makes me think that we might see a little move down off of it and a little cool off. So if we really can't turn this into support, the platinum pocket, the 786 on that extension, then I would expect another little move down. We do have some fair value gaps that I had talked about yesterday. That would definitely be areas of interest. That's 66 range, and then there was another one below us sitting at 61. So could be a nice area to come back down to. That is just the middle of the range if we come back down to that. So could definitely see that move happen. Let me drop it back down to that shorter time frame. On an hourly chart, you can kind of see that the prime oscillator has now turned red. We do have outflows coming in, so definitely a thing that will push us back down if we can't turn this into support. People will start selling off a little more. So dropping it down to the 15-minute to kind of see how the morning's looking. There we go. Here's that lightning on the prime oscillator where your MACD is also getting some curvature. So could easily see that push back up to the top of the range. Let me hop into the big news article of the day with the Chinese liquidity. So Chinese equities jump as central bank rolls out support for the stock market. And this is coming alongside a big drop in their housing numbers. So something that they're really going to have to try to battle with. Chinese stocks rally Friday for the first time in 4 days as the central bank rolled out promised support for the stock market. Chinese CS1, which is kind of like their S&P or SPX or NASDAQ, one of their big indices, jumped 3.6% to $3,925, and the index is now 22% above levels from late September when the Chinese government first announced the stimulus plan. The Hang Seng also closed up 3.6%. Chip makers SM1C was among the companies that rallied, as several microchip names jumped in Shanghai trade. Mentone, Lenovo, and BYD shares also rallied. The People's Bank of China on Friday kicked off two plans that will pump up to 800 billion won into the stock market. Already, 20 securities and fund companies have been approved to obtain liquidity from the central bank to buy stocks, the central bank said Friday. Another 21 financial institutions are eligible for a facility to issue low interest loans to eligible listed companies and major shareholders for stock repurchases and increases of holdings, which they can then refinance at 1.75 annual interest rate with state institutions. Chinese President Xi Jinping also delivered a speech highlighting the importance of science and technology companies. The rally came on a day when the country reported its third quarter gross domestic product slowed to 4.6 rate in the third quarter from 4.7 in the second quarter. This is definitely something that we've been talking about for a while, that China would be pumping more liquidity in. They are in a very risky spot in their economy where they do have the housing market, which they had been pumping for a while, kind of dragging things down. You were able to build houses with very low interest rates and not really have to have anyone move in. There was stories about people taking 10 years on their house that was being built to actually get into it, and even longer than that. It kind of just inflated their economy on a whole. So this is why they're sitting at a point where those loans that weren't getting paid back are finally dragging things down. And instead of kind of fixing it any other way, we do have modern economic theory, which just says if you throw money at the problem, money will fix the problem. And I don't know how well that's going to fix it if we're also seeing economic contractions in the rest of the world. It's kind of just going to get drugged down all around. So you're probably going to see a little boost off of the liquidity that they're putting into the markets in the short term, but it's really not going to hold anything up in the long term. Let me hop over to my other article, since Moho had said don't hate on my Tesla. I'm going to pull the article up and we're going to dive into it. So, Tesla down after NHTSA opens probe over full self-driving collisions. I don't know if you've seen any videos out there, but there's definitely been some wishy-washy stuff going on the self-driving, and kind of cleaning up accidents pretty quick after a self-driving car ends up crashing. So they don't want to see that bad side of things. They're just trying to push the good side, and it didn't end up working that well. Shares of the electric vehicle company Tesla edged down 0.8% to 219.2 in pre-market. The U.S. Auto Safety Regulation opens investigation into 2.4 million Tesla vehicles after one of them with full self-driving technology fatally struck a pedestrian. The National Highway Safety Administration Office of Defects Investigation has identified 4 reports in which Tesla vehicle experienced a crash after entering an area of reduced roadway visibility conditions with FSD engaged. The preliminary evaluation will assess FSD's ability to detect and respond appropriately to reduced visibility conditions, among other issues. I know I have a buddy that had a Tesla, and when they first introduced all of that, he had a little problem on the highway with the glare from the sun, and his car didn't know what lane he was in, and he had to take over so that it didn't hit a median. There's been
Uh-uh.
multiple stories like this where, you know,
Uh-uh.
if visibility conditions kind of affect things, then it doesn't know what to do. And this is not what you want to see when when you're not driving your car. When the whole push is for people who are prone to errors be taken over and having robots take over your driving. Also not a good thing when you just saw him push out robo-taxis that have no steering wheel and you're just a passenger in the vehicle. So we will kind of see how this plays out. Oh, let me hop over to the dual screen. Good morning, LBC. How are
Is this
you
thing on?
doing? Yes, it is. Let me get my screen shared with you.
Good morning.
How you doing today?
Making it. Hold on. All right. I'm okay. I've had better days, but it's Friday at least, so that's good. Oh, hey. I can't hear you. You're muted.
Yeah,
There
I
we go.
I was typing something.
Gotcha.
Someone said that I might be a little high this morning, and I said no, I'm just lacking coffee. I've had zero coffee.
And it's also BC, okay? This is natural BC, okay?
Yeah.
He's
I
just a chill guy.
I slept in. Yeah, that is true too. I slept in, and then had no coffee after waking up. So yeah, I'm extra chill this morning.
I'm definitely not chill. I mean, I'm chill, but I'm not chill. All right. Anyway, so what were you going over some full self-driving stuff?
Oh yeah, Tesla just got hit with an investigation by the National Highway Services, and one of their full self-driving cars hit and killed a pedestrian. So
Ooh.
not a good look, you know. Right?
Yeah, that's not good. That's
Yeah,
not good.
right after he rolls out robo taxis too. Well, it's like, okay, so
Uh,
here's this robo taxi. This is gonna drive you around. There's no steering wheel, and you can't do anything if anything happens. So have fun. And then now you're seeing all of this, where like they're actually taking interest into the company because all of these new rollouts. Where, okay, well, you want to put full self driving, cool, that sounds awesome. And now that they're trying to put it where you can't even have a steering wheel to correct the mistake when you get in a robo-taxi, they're like, hey, we might actually want to look into these reports, because I've seen a lot of reports of Teslas crashing into buildings, not knowing where they're going, hitting medians, all sorts of stuff. And it's like, you may not be there yet to have full self-driving.
Yeah, you might want to chill out on that.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's bad news bears. I don't know about. Man, I'm looking at the chart, and I mean, it looks like it's been like accumulating. Well, actually, this does not look good.
let me let you show to people what you're looking at. Yeah, this guy I looked at this morning.
Yeah, this is looking like yeah. This doesn't look good. This is like a bear flag almost.
Oh yeah.
It could be a reversal. Could be a reversal too. So this one's just going to depend on where it breaks down from, or breaks out of. Is it going to break out here, or is it going to come down here and then break down? Like which way of the triangle is it going to go? And then from there, it's about the back test and go, or it's about the back test and go. So that's why I'm saying could go up, could go down. But if it comes back down here, it's more likely that it is going to break down. So it would need to like break out to the upside pretty soon. Same with Bitcoin, by the way. But yeah, I think Bitcoin. Let's go ahead and take a look at Bitcoin.
Yeah, give the people your rundown.
Yeah. So I'm almost super. I'm very close to going full bull. Okay. But not yet. I still want to see 70K, guys. Still want to see 70K. If we can get it, that would be fantastic. And today would be a good day to get it. But right now we still have these lows sitting here that just look super sketch with a fair value gap down here. That's why I've got this box right here. So this is where I would expect to bounce if we did come down here, get a bounce, and then maybe we can shift back to the upside if we are super bullish. I wish I didn't delete all the stuff that I built out last night in the Piper Academy trading group in the Discord. Don't forget to join the Discord today. Keeps the one Discord post a day keeps the doctor away, is what I heard. Let's see. All right, so Bitcoin, we're currently sitting on the dynamic reactor. What do I have this set to? I have this set to the 30 minutes. So, and I'm on the 1 hour. I was playing with this last night, so let me just go ahead and put this on the chart. Put it on chart that way, because I'm trying to find an edge with this thing, if you know what I mean. So, but yeah, so right here we have the dynamic reactor sitting below us. It's currently sitting at about $66,046. So I would expect if we were to come down and tap that dynamic reactor and possibly get a shift up. So right now I'm waiting to see if we can hold this low, but more importantly, the low from which this potential 5-wave impulse to the upside holds. I want to see this low hold right here, 58,895. So we can see we're above the quantum reactor and the dynamic reactor. Both are green, so that is bullish. But we are in a macro area of supply still. So, it's almost make or break. But I'm getting very close to thinking we might be hitting 70K today. Price is just continuing to hold up. Every move down, we get a big push down in momentum, but price holds. Price is holding. So that's That's a good sign for the Bulls. So yeah, I think I wish I wish I could. All right, so I can't do it real quick. So basically, let me just come back. I'm gonna come over here to the Piper Academy Discord and just share what I was sharing last night, so that it makes it so much easier for me. So basically, I've got this one. That's a potential. Can you see that? Yep. So this is a potential ABC that I have in here. So I was looking at this, we possibly getting a double top in here last night, then having an ABCDE, a 5-wave structure to the downside. It's corrective, and then we would see a 5-wave structure to the upside, coming down here to about 63K, and then getting a bounce at the money flow point of control. Also an order block right below it. And then that's one possibility. I also saw us possibly coming. This is the most bullish scenario, is what I'm looking at, is if we can break 70K and then we put in an ABC, there's a potential that that's it. This will be your last chance to get in before new all-time high. So that's it. This is what I'm looking at for my most bull case scenario. Not just new all-time high, your last stop before 100K, in my opinion. That's what I think we would, that's how I think it would look. And this is the bear case scenario where we break down from here and we don't break 70K. And then we put in that structure, ABC to the upside, and then another 5-wave structure to the downside, stopping at this support line here, based off of
Did you freeze LBC? It looks like he might have frozen. Yep, he's frozen. Let me hop over to my screen real quick. I do have the NASDAQ pulled up. And as you can kind of see, we have pushed off of the platinum pocket here on an extension that was at 17,756. This was an extension just from back here. As you can kind of see, this is a daily chart. I pulled from the low to the high to the low over here. This was starting back in March of 2020. So this is more of a longer term one. If you can zoom in, you can also do another extension on this kind of range here, where you can kind of see we do have current. Let me get that pulled up. Let me hide the other one. Oh, wrong one. Let me hide that one. There we go. And as you can kind of see, we are sitting kind of same, where here is your platinum pocket. So this is a range that is definitely going to end up playing out. You can kind of see it's pushing us down, and this is going to be a very key area. It's going to, you can kind of see with the MACD getting some curvature and your prime oscillator getting some curvature here on an hourly, with divergences and oversold signals, topping signals all coming out, that it's looking like we might get a little pullback down. It looks like LBC is back in here. Let me get him pulled up. Hello there, sir.
You know, I can't wait to move. You know why?
Why is that? You
Can
have
you hear me?
amazing internet.
Yeah, well, where I'm moving to has fiber optic internet. So that's cool. And I will be I will be running Ethernet throughout my entire house. So
Yeah.
be directly connecting the internet to my computer. I am not dealing with this Wi-Fi anymore. Uh so yeah. What's up? You got your chart up? What's going on?
Oh no. I swap back over to you so you can continue your
Oh.
spiel.
Okay. Did you hear me talk about whiff?
No.
I think it cut out because it cut out like right after I said whiff. So that means I still had a little bit left on Bitcoin. Basically, just wait and see. If I would look for a potential long here at the dynamic reactor, and then push that up. We do have some equal highs now. We are creating some equal highs here, so that could be something to look for right here. This is something like this, bounce off of the dynamic reactor, and then boom, taking out the equal highs, making a sweep of the highs, and then we can come up and break that 70K possibly, or we could do the opposite and we could sweep the highs first and then come down, and then from there it's if we sweep highs and then move down, we're probably going to get that's probably the start of a bigger pullback. But so that's all I've got on Bitcoin. Last night I hit a trade with whiff right here. This one right here. I posted it in the Crypto Nightcap chat. It was this trade right. Oh, okay. I thought I might have lost you again. It was this trade right here. I actually nailed that trade. Let me put on the dynamic market dynamics. So there was an order block here, and that was my target. And then, of course, it exceeded my target, which is cool. And here we are again, getting a nice bounce off of the quantum reactor. We're also sitting on top of the dynamic reactor. Right when the show started, I almost just started with this because it was looking like this was going to be a good time to get in a potential long. Yeah, man, whiff is looking kind of bullish. Let me zoom out a little bit. There we go. Whiff is looking kind of bullish. And actually, I was looking last night at the so you know that Velo thing that I look at, right?
Yeah.
They've got this cool thing on here where if you click the little menu button, you come down and you click markets. However, Bonk, Pepe, Shiba Inu, Doge, Popcat, and Whiff are the only ones that make up this graph. So those are the top ones. So those are the ones that most people are in. So that's obviously why it is up higher than anything else. My only thing is if you're in memes, then you're into probably a lot of memes, and there's a good chance that you're not in a meme that's performing well. So I don't know. But the second best is layer ones. So, and this includes Aptos, AVAX, BNB, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and Sui. I don't know why Aptos is in there. That's a weird one. I don't even know if that's in the top 10. But yeah, so layer ones have been performing very well. Everything else has been kind of, lagging. But these are, if these are laggards, then these are ones to watch for the late bull run, for the late run. So your layer twos, your AI plays are doing the worst somehow. And then gaming looks like it's picking up a little bit of steam. So that's something that I found interesting. Sure, you went over the heat map. It's got its own little heat map on here. That's pretty cool. Open interest, normalized CVD, market volume, and total open interest. Just a bunch of cool stuff on here. That's velo.xyz, and it's under market. So this is also where I get my look at my charts to look at like spot volume and open interest and perp volume and stuff like that, so that I can take a nice look under the hood and see what we're seeing. Now, right now, I'm still seeing spot sell-off as we are at the highs. So I'm still just kind of being very cautious right now, especially with OI still moving to the upside and our perps still holding price up, really. So its perp longs are pushing into the macro supply, and then the spot sells off into the macro supply. So it's just we're still in caution territory. I don't really have much more than that, man. on Bitcoin. So, you got something you want to share with the people?
Ada Ace said FET in the chat, so I just pulled up FET, and it's been a little while since I looked at it. And
What's up, chat?
you can kind of see it's been in this descending channel for quite a while, which, I mean, isn't that unexpected considering that Bitcoin has been ranging. But you can kind of see we rejected off the top of that range and didn't end up pulling all the way back to the platinum pocket. So, kind of sitting here in between the platinum and the golden pocket. And you can kind of see on the prime oscillator that we have now got a reversal signal from the bottom. You are seeing money inflows, and your MACD is also curving pretty nicely on the bottom side, very close to that zero line. So looks like we could finally end up breaking that range if we do see Bitcoin make that move up. I would like to see us come up to here on the golden pocket, which is going to be $1.63, and make a little confirmation here at the top of the range that this is now no longer resistance before I'd really want to make a long trip, take a long on that. This is going to be heavily Bitcoin dependent though. So if Bitcoin makes its move to the top of the range and then ends up rejecting, I would expect to see FET maybe pull back down here towards that platinum pocket and that $1.14 range. So just something to keep in mind. I don't know if you had anything else.
Yeah, by the way, I have a hard out at 6:30 because I got a work meeting this morning that I need to be on time for. Yeah, so A said Kopi, so I looked up Kopi. Looks like it's got a potential bump and run scenario where you bump up against it, pull back one more time, and then take off. So this is looking kind of good, kind of juicy. The only thing is our money flow is still in the red. We are pushing up a little high on the momentum, so this thing could move a little higher, maybe break this high over here, or we could see a pullback first and then run. But that is something that everything right now when it comes to a lot of these, well, the entire market really depends on Bitcoin and what it does. Here's the thing: if Bitcoin breaks out and it goes on its run, we can see. By the way, Kopi, yeah. Oh man, hold on. Let me turn this. Let me change this real quick. Let me just look at this. Oh, not 1 hour. Not one. Go away. Not 1 hour chart. All right. All right. So we do have the dynamic reactor sitting above us. So that means we are technically still bearish on the macro. This is on the daily. So let's go ahead and go down to the 4 hour. Can't really go much lower than that because then the candles become kind of difficult to read. I do see a little spacing here in this candle. A lot of times the market likes to find its way back to those spaces to fill that gap. So that is something to watch at 0.02296. But yeah, and we're currently sitting and kind of rejecting off of a soft order block. We also have the money flow POC right here. You can see the big push down here. I would expect at least a pullback down to this dynamic reactor right here. We also have the previous week high sitting right here at that level as well. That's at about 2.5 cents. From there, that could just be an ABC. And then from there, we could see that thing doing a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the upside. So, yeah, I wouldn't mind taking a little nibble at Kopi right here if I was going to be getting in it at all. We do have money flow heavy in the green. True 7 is below zero line, but that could be that pullback, right? And then it could curve back to the upside. Volume matrix is heavy in the green, and our trend oscillator is sitting above the zero line. So Kopi looking kind of good to me, but I would still wait for a potential pullback. Right now, as it's sitting at the highs, is not a good time to go long, unless you've got a tight stop. There was one thing that I did want to go over because everybody and their mom was talking about it yesterday, and that was Bitcoin dominance. And it is almost at that 60% level that we have been talking about. We do have that golden pocket up there, so would be nice to see that occur. And yeah, here's the thing, guys. If Bitcoin is sitting at highs and altcoins are dumping, that should tell you one thing. That should tell you that money is flowing from alts and going into Bitcoin, and that is why we get a surge in our Bitcoin dominance. The thing about Bitcoin, when it goes on its runs, it tends to leave most of the market behind, and it outperforms the rest of the market. So looks like it could be gearing up, taking some liquidity from alts and gearing up for that next move to the upside. So like I said, I'm getting more and more bullish. I'm still just going to wait for that 70K. Done it back to you, BC. Hello?
I was muted. I was typing in chat, and I'm pretty sure people didn't want to hear the clicky clacky of keys.
Yeah, definitely heard the clickety clack.
Well, so like
nice shirt, by the way.
Thank you. I love this shirt. I've had it since high school. My high school was the Tigers, so yeah.
Nice.
It's like the full tiger face.
I want it.
Right?
I want it. I would totally wear that.
I love it.
I'd wear it to a Tiger game.
Oh, right. That's your NFL team over there.
No,
isn't it?
that's my college team, bro.
Oh,
Memphis
college.
Tigers.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to the game tomorrow night. That should be fun.
Oh, lots of fun. I'm still waiting on my first Nebraska game. We were supposed to go last week, but one of her friends was having a health condition and was in the hospital, so we went to go visit instead of going to the game.
So wait, what did you tailgate for like a month ago?
The Nebraska game. We just didn't go in.
Oh, you
We
just
just
went
had
to tailgate?
Yeah, we just had lots of fun outside the stadium.
Outside the stadium?
Yeah.
That's funny. That's good stuff. What is chat saying over here? 8 days. I could get HELOC loan, pay for high quality air node, and potentially earn enough money to pay the HELOC and my mortgage. I don't even know what he's talking about.
We'll have to have him come on the show and explain all that, cause I'm smart, but I'm not that smart.
Well, he's also, deep into Cardano. So
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll get you on here, Ada Ace, at some point. We'll work on a time. But yeah, definitely get you on here and talk about your favorite coin. So yeah, that's yeah, we've got 2 minutes, so go ahead and probably do our outro, whole spiel and everything.
Yeah, can definitely do that. So we kind of talked about what we wanted to see for today, either 70K or for me turning
Pullback.
that turning that platinum pocket on a fib based the trend based fib extension from run to run, turning that platinum into support before we make a move up. So, just something to keep in mind. We will be seeing a bunch of data coming out today with the housing market, and we are seeing a bunch of liquidity from China hitting the markets. So, this could push things up. It's all going to be the question of how high it pushes things up. That could turn the next carry trade could just be the Chinese carry trade. So it's something to keep in mind. All that liquidity flowing over here is only good for the short term because those people are eventually going to want their money. If you don't pay, what?
Well, I was just going to say they could take that stimulus to inflate prices, to get people to buy. People buy, prices go higher. They start selling to make that little extra cheese, and then people get caught holding the bag because they decided to go gig along at the highs.
Yeah.
So the moral of the story is don't FOMO and use a stop loss.
Yeah. Listen to Piper Academy. We will kind of give you the key levels that we're looking at all throughout the day. We got 3 shows. The morning market open report with Piper is going to be today at 8:30 Eastern. 9:30 Eastern time. I was thinking in my time. And then Monday through Thursday, we do have the crypto nightcap with TradeFly and
Number
FD
one
White.
show. Number one show on Piper Academy.
Is it the metrics really that great on it?
I mean, they're pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great show. So, I wouldn't be surprised. Check out the links in the description. We do have some great deals going on if you like coffee or indicator sweets. But keep your eye out at market open with the Fed chair Bostic speaking, because he's been talking about rate pauses. So, you got anything you want to say to wind it out?
No, I just hope you all have an amazing, beautiful, wonderful, radical day and an even better weekend. And don't forget to go outside and touch some grass this weekend, guys. Weekends are typically very chill for the markets. Not a lot of stuff going on. Typically low volume, and almost always not the best time to trade. So just after once the market's closed today, maybe go outside, hang out with the fam. If it's chilly like it is where I am, maybe have a nice little fire and have some friends over and just chill in the backyard. And yeah, but yeah, I hope you all have an amazing day. I love you all, and thank you for being here. Don't forget to hit that like button on your way out, and smash that subscribe button if you are new to the channel, and hit that notification bell to be notified whenever we create new content and when we go live. Thanks, guys.
That radio voice. Well, everyone wake up.
It's gonna be a good day.